This is a video on how to use the Opticon OPN Scanner to do a full inventory of your store. The Opticon scanner does not require a Bluetooth connection and can hold up to 20,000 barcodes according to the manual. The very top button is what we'll be using to scan barcodes, and when you hold it down, the beam will show up indefinitely. It's very simple to just hold it at an angle and then hold the button down while you're pointing it at a barcode, and then we can scan some barcodes. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and scan some barcodes to store in memory. The very back button, the smaller one, is to actually delete the one single barcode if you accidentally scan an improper barcode. So what we do is we scan using that button the barcode that was accidentally scanned in the first place, and it will remove one barcode from memory for each time that you scan that barcode. It's a very handy feature. The other thing to notice, if you hold that button down for 10 seconds, it will actually delete all the barcodes from memory in the Opticon scanner. Very nice feature. So to get started, we need to download the drivers. We use the Setup Inventory Reconciliation exe. You download this file, we run it. It'll go ahead and show you a Wise installation wizard. We'll wait till it appears. Then we go ahead and click Next. And it will go ahead and install all the driver files that we need, including the inventory reconciliation program. So we click Finish, and then we're going to navigate to the RWD folder. So we click the Start menu, we go to Computer, the C drive, or whatever drive, it should be the C drive, go to the RWD folder, and then your file is located in the Opticon folder. First thing we need to do is install the USB drivers, so we're going to run this as administrator. We'll click Yes, and we only want the OPN drivers, so we're going to uncheck everything else but leave the one in the middle. We'll click Install. That's going to go ahead and install the drivers, and then when we plug in our scanner, it'll be ready to go. Next, we're going to install the software that's required for the inventory reconciliation module to we'll take those scans in. We go ahead and click Next on this. Now it's important to note, depending on what scanner you're using, 64-bit or 32-bit, just make sure you select the proper one for your operating system. So we just continue clicking Next. We want to create that shortcut on the desktop, so I'm going to click Yes. We don't want to run it right now. I'm going to click Finish, and we'll exit out of this. Now we have to prep the program, so we're going to right click on the OPN software, go to Properties, and then we want to go to Compatibility. Go ahead and run this program as administrator, make sure that's checked, click Apply, and then OK. And then we can go ahead and open up the scanner software. We'll hit Yes on the UAC window, and we have to prep it, so we're going to go ahead and turn off the, well, first off, you can select either text or CSV, depending on what format you want to work with. We're going to uncheck all the display buttons here, because we don't need anything else but the barcode, and we must have saved file checkmarked. Next, we're going to create a file to store our barcodes in. We go to right-click on the desktop, click New, go to Folder, and then we're going to name it Inventory Count Files. And you could do it with like 2014, 2015, whatever year you're doing the inventory. I'm doing 2001X or 2000X here. So you can put whatever number designated for a year is. So we have to click on the three dots in the program and then go to the desktop, which is where we save that file, or wherever the file is. And we're going to point the program to that file, so that way we know that it'll store those barcodes. Now, a main confusion is that this process is what actually stores the barcodes. It's not. So we're going to name the file that we want to generate as our first one. In this case, it's shoe rack 1. And we'll go ahead and click the Save button to designate that that's the next file created. So the file actually gets generated when we click Get Barcodes at the very top. So I'm going to open up the file, and we already have some barcodes that we scanned at the beginning of this video. And I'm going to go ahead and click Get Barcodes. And you're going to see that that this will actually generate the file with the 4 barcodes that I scanned. And there it is. So the next thing we have to do is we have to delete the barcodes. Otherwise, we accidentally add those same barcodes and duplicate those barcodes, and that can cause problems with the inventory. So we'll click yes on that message, and you'll notice that the memory button is now not lit up as green. It's a dark green instead of a lit up green. And then we repeat this process again. So we have to click the 3 dots. We then are going to do shoe rack 2. And since we deleted the barcodes, we're ready to start it again. We click save. And I'm going to pretend to scan some tags in here. We'll click get barcodes. And it's going to generate the next file. So at this point, I've already gone out, I've scanned all my inventory, I've clicked get barcodes after I plugged it in, and we're going to delete the barcodes again. So now, just so I can showcase the difference between text and CSV, you can select CSV or text, and I've already put CSV in. You'll notice now it's instead of text, it'll be comma separated values. So just make sure that .csv is at the end of it, and that will show up as a spreadsheet. A little bit easier to view if you need to add quantities, but we'll show you both methods. So now I'm going to go ahead and click Get Barcodes to generate a CSV file, which is shoe rack 3. And there it is. As you notice, it's a different file icon. So I'm going to delete the barcodes again, and I'm ready for my next scans. So just to show you what these look like, I'm going to go ahead and click on shoe rack 1, and you'll notice that we have some barcodes in here. So if I want to go ahead and add a quantity, I can just simply type in a comma, which is a delimiter, and then the number we have, which in this case is 30. So I can do the next one, comma 24, and that shows that this item has 24 quantity without me having to scan in 24 items. Great for re-commerce items again, because they don't have tags. So the CSV, as you can see, is the same thing, except it's in actual columns. And in the second column, I'm typing in 30 for the first item, and the second column for the second item, I'm doing 24. And we're going to save this file. This concludes the video on how to do an inventory of your store using the Opticon OPN Scanner.